Hey guys, God spoke to me Acts 12, and I had to go look it up because I didn't know off the top of my head, and I read it, and I'm supposed to share it with you. Acts 12 is pretty much about when God miraculously breaks Peter out of prison. So I'm going to read to you most of Acts 12, and I'm going to have some words for you from it afterwards. Here's Acts 12, verse 6. The night before Peter was placed on trial, he was asleep, fastened with two chains between two soldiers. Others stood guard at the prison gate. Suddenly there was a bright light in the cell, and an angel of the Lord stood before Peter. The angel struck him on the side to awaken him and said, "Quick, get up." And the chains fell off his wrists. Then the angel told him, "Get dressed and put on your sandals," and he did. "Now put on your coat and follow me," the angel ordered. So Peter left the cell following the angel, but all the time he thought it was a vision. He didn't realize it was actually happening. They passed the first and second guard posts and came to the iron gate leading to the city, and this opened for them all by itself. So they passed through and started walking down the street, and then the angel suddenly left him. Peter finally came to his senses. "It's really true," he said. "The Lord has sent his angel and saved me from Herod and from what the Jewish leaders had planned to do to me." When he realized this, he went to the home of Mary, the mother of John Mark, where many were gathered for prayer. He knocked at the door in the gate, and a servant girl named Rhonda came to open it. When she recognized Peter's voice, she was so overjoyed that instead of opening the door, she ran back inside and told everyone, "Peter is standing at the door." "You're out of your mind," they said. When she insisted, they decided it must be his angel. Meanwhile, Peter continued knocking. When they finally opened the door and saw him, they were amazed. He motioned for them to quiet down and told them how the Lord had led him out of prison. "Tell James and the other brothers what had happened," he said, and then he went to another place. There's some of you in spiritual bondage and repetitive sin through like addictions and some other stuff, and maybe your sexuality, and it feels like you're bound in chains and in prison, and you've cried out to God and cried out to him to take this from you, but he didn't, but you kept crying out to God and having faith. Let me tell you something. God's coming to break you out of that spiritual bondage and chains. He heard your cry. Endure. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up. Philippians 1:6 says, "I am sure that God, who has began the good work within you, will continue his work until it is finally finished on the day when Christ Jesus returns." Myself and so many are a living testament for that. Don't give up. God's on his way to break you out of those chains and break you out of the prison, just like Peter.